Who's ready for this week's WPR? Let's go! Bambino! Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. That's my doing well hand signal. Okay, I'm not sure if it's official sign language, but around here it is official. Okay, I've turned the camera on and I'm not quite organised. So, let's get into it, shall we? Surrounded by stuff here, I don't know where to start. Anyone guess the game playing in the background? You get 9 points if you can guess the game, okay? If you guess the game, you've got to be subscribed to get your 9 points. Very important, these points, okay? Anyway, so, what have I been playing? Same as last week, basically. 2 games have been completely dominating my time, okay? Am I addicted? Have I got an addiction problem with Diablo 4? Maybe. Yesterday I actually streamed this in the morning. I played for, I think it was like 3 hours. So thanks everyone that stopped on by, much appreciated. And I played it again for like another 2 hours in the night. It's getting to the point now though where I'm so addicted. I'm not watching the things I want to be watching. I'm not reading as much as I normally... Yeah, I got my book. Not reading as much as I like to read, you know. I set myself targets throughout the week, okay? But what a great game. I think I paid £28 for this. I believe I've already had my money's worth. But the thing I liked Diablo 3, because this is a lot newer, it's more current. There's a lot of people playing online as well, so I'm not sure what they're called, raids or something, Legion events. So you got like just randomly appear on the map. You got to get to this point, and it's like a countdown timer. Like you got 6 minutes to get here. So I stop whatever I'm doing if I'm halfway through a story mission or a side quest, and I gun for it. And it's good because it's opening up the map as well. And I'm trying to find those like fast travel points, unlock all them to make it easier. And then basically this is the addiction. This is where the addiction comes from. The other people online, where they like you basically when the counts down to 0, then you got like it's almost like bullet hell, like overkill the amount of enemies and stuff. I wouldn't want to do it single player. But every single raid I've done, I think I've been the lowest ranked. I got up to level 39 last night. That's how far I've got with this game. I'm still the lowest ranked. These guys are in the 50s plus 60s. But so these guys are just one hit killing all these enemies. And all the powers they've got. There's some guys have got like ghost skeleton, not an army, but like 4 or 6 skeletons fighting alongside them, and it's like, oh my god, I hope I can unlock that. So it's really cool, like to see what, if I keep playing, can I unlock all the things that these guys have unlocked. And the other thing as well, I seen it yesterday, the first time I didn't know, because I'm a noob to these kind of games, I suppose. I have played Diablo 3, mind, but I don't fully understand the mechanics, okay? But you can talk to the other players. Like, this player said to me, thank you. And I said, whoa, you can talk? And then another player came over and said, thank you. I'm like, how do I reply? I was getting really stressed out because I didn't want to come across as rude. I know they can't see me, but I was like, and now I figured it out. So you can say, like, follow me, thank you. You can cheer, you can taunt and stuff like that. But I had no idea. But what a great game. If you're thinking of getting this, I paid £28 in CX. I'm having a ton of fun, okay? It's quite challenging some parts, but I enjoy the challenge, you know? And the other game I've been playing, again, same as last week, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. So I'm playing the newer version, the digital only. That's why I always like to hold something in my hand when I'm talking about these games, okay? So I've Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising is the version I'm playing. That's my other addiction, where I've set myself a target of leveling up 2B. Yes, 2B is in this game. I want to level her up to maximum level, which is 500. I don't think I'll be able to do it this year, okay? It's such a far-fetched challenge, but it's good because it's going to keep me playing this game every single week. Sometimes I'll do arcade mode once and then go play Diablo, but I'm sticking to that challenge. So 2B now is, I think we're up to level 83. So we're getting there. We are slowly getting there as well. And the other thing I'm enjoying, unlocking all the artwork and stuff like that. There's a lot of artwork. We're around about 30% of all the artwork unlocked as well. And you've got to buy the artwork with in-game currency. I've unlocked every single character. I've done every arcade mode with every single character. So I unlocked all that. But it's 100 gold or in-game currency, which you got to do these challenges and like do certain combos. So I'm really enjoying that. And then unlocking, but it's a lot of artwork as well. So that's my other challenge as well, to unlock all the artwork. But what a great game that is. Okay, that's all I've played. I did want to get back into the Sega Master System, but every time I come up here, I'm like, right, do a quick round of Granblue, and like around, I say arcade mode, so 7 fights, 7 battles, and then I just go, just play Diablo 4. So all the other consoles, they have to wait at the moment because I'm so much enjoying my playthrough of Diablo and Granblue Fantasy Versus Rising. That's all I've played, guys, okay? So that's what I've been playing. What have I been watching? I got my notes here. I want to talk about Gunbuster. I bought this, if you watched my pickups video last week. This is one of the Blu-rays I picked up, okay? It's an anime. And I believe it came on TV, Japan only TV, in the 80s, I believe. It definitely gives me, sorry, I got a hair in my mouth, the joys of owning a dog. He's a good boy. I'm surprised he hasn't come up. Rossi, if anyone's wondering. Outstanding, okay? At first, the first episode, it's hard to talk about these things without spoiling it, okay? And also, as well, shout out, there's a reversible cover. In case anyone's wondering how it looks different. I prefer that cover. Looks a bit more badass, doesn't it? But yeah, the first episode is a little bit, I don't know about this, okay? But the other thing I will say, it's very, very, very fast, okay? The story progresses. There's no hanging around, okay? It's like, these two are in a relationship now. Then this happens. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, the first episode was kind of introduces you to one of the main characters, where her father's a very well respected general in the space army. So basically it's Earth against this alien race, kind of like Starship Troopers, I suppose, but all the battles are fought in space. And this college that his daughter is in, the college his daughter's in is like training you to become like in the mech suits and stuff like that, in those suits. And the ultimate suit is the Gunbusters. That's why it's called Gunbusters, okay? It's like 10 times the size of all the other mechs and stuff like that. At first I wasn't sure, but that's episode 1. It lays the foundation, and then it moves on, okay? So what's different about it? It plays heavy on the, do you know, I don't really understand it. It confuses me because I'm not very clever. But you know, like in certain parts of space, time moves faster. So it's very clever what it does. So they go to space. 2 people are selected from her school, and she's one of them, obviously, okay? And they like fast, like Star Wars, light speed travel to this part of the galaxy, and then they have their fight. But when they come back, like they've only been gone a couple of hours, but 6 months have passed. And like another time, like so many years have passed and stuff like that in the blink of an eye. So they come back to Earth, and all their classmates are like 10 years of advance kind of thing. So they've got their own kids and stuff like that. Plays heavy on that. It's very clever. And there's like this one, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but it's like a love story where one of the students falls in love with her coach, and he's got so he's got, I don't want to spoil it, he's got some medical issue and he's coughing up blood and stuff because he's been like radioactive, something happens, okay? And she doesn't tell him how she's feeling, kind of thing. She's struggling, and she's right, we've got to go on this quick mission. Now they go on this mission, and then he's been given 4 months to live. But then they realise every minute goes by, it's like a week kind of thing. So then in this massive battle, the realisation hits her, like, I'll never see him again because time's going, and she looks at her, there's like 2 clocks, their time and Earth time, and Earth time's going really, really fast compared to their time. And she's like, 4 months have gone by. Oh my God, and she has a bit of a breakdown. It's plays heavy on that, okay? Maybe I'm not explaining it very well, but I definitely do recommend it. Visually, it's got that 80s anime style that they don't tend to, I don't know why, they can't seem to do it anymore. It seems to be all on a budget now, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it, okay? So, yeah, it gets a Tony recommendation. What else have I been watching? I finished watching Fallout. Took me a while, didn't it? But the last episode, I wanted to sit down and absorb it all. And I'm not going to do spoilers, but it definitely sets you up for Season 2. As far as I'm aware, Fallout Season 2 has been confirmed. I think all the actors and actresses are on board as well. Probably my favourite character overall, thinking about it now. It was the girl, is it Lily? I might have made that up. The girl from the vault. It's actually the troll guy. He's my favourite guy in it because he's got a better story arc kind of thing. But all characters rather are fantastic. Okay, so that's Fallout. Go watch it, guys, if you haven't watched it. It's worth buying Amazon Prime just for 1 month, paying for it for a month, take advantage of their free delivery and all that. Just to watch Fallout, because they're probably going to release it on Blu-ray, and it's going to be 20-30 quid to buy. So just that's my advice. Little Tony's tip of the day is go the cheap route on that one, okay? YouTube. I've actually watched a lot less YouTube this week because I've been playing Diablo 4. And the thing with Diablo 4 is, normally when I'm playing a video game, like when I'm grinding Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, I've got YouTube on in the background. But with Diablo, I don't tend to watch much because I really am enjoying the story as well. Anyway, I did manage to watch a bit of YouTube. This week's channel of the week, it has been channel of the week before, is a friend of the channel. So the channel is Rogi Retro Gamer, okay, Rogi Retro Gamer. And the video is Rogi and Harry X pickups Retro Realm CX Smiths, okay? So Harry X is Rogi's son. First time I've seen him on camera. Maybe he's been in some earlier videos, I don't know. But talk about a chip off the old block. Rogi's a character. He's just himself, and I can imagine, like in real life, he'd be a good laugh. But his son is exactly the same. And there's one bit in the video where Rogi has a swig of his drink. He's drinking like some energy drink. And his boy, he's only, I don't know how old he is. He's a young boy. And he has a swig of it. He's drinking J2O. And both of them are like, ooh. And he's like, his son is a spit of it, of Rogi, okay? But Harry's a natural on camera. I can see him in the future having his own YouTube channel, if he wants to, you know. I love the fact that they're showing love for Mortal Kombat. So it looks like it's Harry's. Harry's got Mortal Kombat 3, the same version I've got, the cardboard on the PlayStation 1, sorry. I think there was 2 variants, but they've got a nice, like mine, minty copy of the cardboard Mortal Kombat 3. Cardboard doesn't sound good, but if you saw the edition, so go check out the video, you can see it's a really good piece to have in the collection, and the Blu-ray movie as well. So it's nice to see the younger generation appreciating the old school Mortal Kombat that us guys, us boomers grew up with, you know. And Harry X as well, he loves collecting wrestling figures. So it's like Roger will go, Harry will go. They show a pickup, not like a Metal Jesus and Radical Reggie. They take it in turns, showing their pickups, and there's a good chemistry. These guys got better chemistry, okay. But like Roger showing like PlayStation games. He's got a Nintendo 64, Japanese Bomberman. Didn't like that game. Bomberman 64. It was one of the first games I had for the N64. But yeah, a lot of Harry's. He's obviously a massive fan of wrestling. And do you know what? There must be it's big business, because a lot of the game stores we go to, like Retro Stash, for example, a big section of their shop is wrestling figures. When I used to go to Comic-Con, especially the London one, there's a lot of like things. I'm looking for the games, the Street Fighter, the FGC stuff, or the Godzilla stuff. And then there's the Funko Pops are everywhere, and a lot of wrestling. I'm talking old school wrestling figures. I didn't grow up with the wrestling. I had a lot of friends that were into their wrestling as well, like Hulkamania and WrestleMania and all that shit. But it wasn't for me. But it's interesting to see someone collecting these figures, you know. I can imagine that being a slippery slope as well. Okay, so definitely go check it out. It's Roger Retro Gamer. Okay, really enjoyed that video, guys. And what have I been reading? Okay, so I only tend to read. I plan to read this on my weekends, but I tend to just read it if I go work tomorrow morning. Okay, so like tonight, I'll have a read of it. I'm that much in, so I normally read about 100 pages a week, so I'm like just over 200 pages in. It's a Dan Brown book. Briefly talked about it last week. Dan Brown, he's the author of Angels and Demons, you probably know from the movie, or he's better known probably for the Da Vinci Code, okay, starring my boy Thomas the Boy Hanks. Don't think that's what he's known as. Thomas the Tank Hanks. But yeah, very interesting. So it's a political race going on. So the president's been in for 4 years, so he's going for a re-election, and then there's this other senator, and the current president's been attacked because he's spending so much of the American taxpayers' money on NASA, but NASA haven't produced anything. They're spending money on satellites, and they're promising all this, but they're not delivering anything. But they find a meteorite on this, what they call it, this like glacier thing. So it's buried like a couple of 100 meters underground, like in the ice. But there's a bit of a twist that coming. So the ice is fresh water. They retract the meteorite, and it's like 7 tons. So that's a big operation. Now, so detailed as well, this book is, okay. But then the ice, so to get it out, they got to melt the ice. But then they notice now that how the twist is that the ice that they've melted, there's traces of seawater or salt in the ice. And they're like, well, that's impossible. So it's all about how does salt water get into the ice. And there's a couple of characters, introducing some new shady characters. I'm really enjoying it, guys. Such an easy book. All the Dan Brown books are really easy to pick up and read, okay? So that's Dan Brown Deception Point. It says I paid £1 for it there, but I actually bought this in a charity shop 2 weeks ago. And it's 4 for £1 sterling, okay? So absolute bargain. I've had my money's worth already. And the other book I'm reading, this is what I class as a coffee table book, and believe it or not, it sits on my coffee table in my living room. Okay, I bought this last week. It was normally it's normally £20. I bought this in HMV Cardiff. Shout out HMV Cardiff. And I don't know if you've noticed, every time you go to the till in HMV, they've always got like these offers. If you buy anything, you can get this for cheaper, kind of thing. It's normally a couple of CDs, some movies, some books. So this is normally £20. I paid £6.99 for it, at first, I was literally an impulse buy. While the guy was putting my order through, I just picked it up and thought, $6.99, I'll have that as well. And I was so like quick to buy it. Obviously, it's got my boy Akira on the cover. Oh, my favourite anime of all time on the cover. So I took a chance. And it's not much more expensive than Retro Gamer magazine. Retro Gamer is $5.99 last time I checked. But now I'm getting a hardback book, okay? So I've actually read the introduction on it, okay? Really enjoyed reading the introduction. But basically, it's a podcast, okay? Now I know a bit more about it. And this podcast was... it was about getting one of the people on the podcast into anime. And they made like a list or something of anime that this person should check out. Mainly the Studio Ghibli kind of animes, which are fantastic. It's like the Spirited Away and all that. But what this is, okay, I was wondering what order it is. But basically, it's... Cowboy Bebop. It's all done on release, so the year it was released, okay? So, like, for example, Cowboy Bebop came out in 2001, and it just tells you a little bit about it. Really good pictures and stuff like that, okay? Oh, and I will say as well, when we got to Akira, which again is my favourite of all, Ghost in the Shell, shout out Ghost in the Shell, Ninja Scroll, shout out Ninja Scroll. So I'm just going by date here, guys. So we're in the early 90s. Yeah, so Akira, the pictures they're using, you think they're like quite blurry. But of course, I've only ever watched this in Blu-ray, in HD. So I didn't grow up with it. I'm kind of new to the anime scene, I suppose. I say new, I've been well over 10 years into it. But yeah, it shows how good a job they've done with the Blu-rays, like clearing up the picture and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying my read through of this. And the plan is to read through, like, Mind Game. Never heard of it. Came out in 2004. It says who the director is. It's got some nice pictures in there and a bit of a write-up in there as well. Okay, so I like the sound of that. So this is kind of all about expanding my anime library, I suppose. Some of it might be on Amazon Prime or Netflix, or some of it might be out there. Some might be expensive, some might be cheap. Whom knows, okay? Yeah, so I've been reading that as well. Okay, that's what I've been playing, what I've been watching, what I've been reading. Oh, before I forget as well, if anyone's got this far, thank you very much for getting this far, okay? You get 17 points, okay? But you got to be subscribed to get your 17 points. It's all about points. Okay, so, yeah, my channel's hit 1,500 subscribers. So, thank you, first of all, everyone that's subscribed to my little corner of the internet, my little speck of the internet. I really do appreciate it. And I like, every time we hit a milestone on the channel, I like to do what we call Ask Tony, okay? I put a post up, I think it was yesterday. I've only had one question so far. I'm looking forward to answering that. It's about King, my favourite, King of Fighters King, the main King. So looking forward to answering that. So if you've got any questions you want to feature in Ask Tony, ask them in the comment section of this video, or go and look on the post, or I've posted it on my Instagram as well. Yeah, there we are. Thank you. Yeah, 1,500. That's a lot of people. I don't know 1,500 people, but yeah, thanks for subscribing to my tiny channel. Yeah, yeah. Also, what have you been playing? What have you been watching? What have you been reading? Anyone else a fan of the Diablo 4? I am. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great Sunday. Love you. Bye.